Hello, hello. Welcome back. This is our spooky
Yes.
season Halloween episode.
Yes.
I'm Allison,
And I'm Katie.
and this is Relatably Random again.
Mhm.
We're back again every week.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yet again. Yes, if you're wondering why it's so spooky in here, goodness gracious. Thunderclap sound. Insert thunderclap sound. It's because, as Allison said, this is our Halloween episode.
Yes.
We did a little Tales from the Other Side before, and I think we're going to do that again tonight. This is our part 2 of
Yes.
that.
We're also in costume. Katie is a vampire.
I'm trying to be a vampire. Do you see my little vampire bites right there? And I got a little blood dribble.
I have a unicorn onesie on.
Yeah.
So
Very, very cute. And it looks comfortable.
It is very comfortable. I love onesies for
move
Halloween.
around in it. Yes. And we have our liquid death here. This time we have cherry obituary.
Cherry obituary. It is actually very cherry.
It's
I like it.
You can really taste the cherry, and
Yeah.
it doesn't taste artificial,
Mm-mm.
which it tastes like an actual cherry to me. So it's really
I
good.
think so.
Yeah. Did you want to do your psyched and sucked of the week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Psyched. I got to see an old friend for brunch. Me and the husband and Zoe went and saw my friend Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. We went to IHOP. Shout out to IHOP because I love IHOP. Like, I know there are like fancier breakfast places. You and I love Egg Harbor. Like, there's great like little standalone breakfast places too.
Yeah.
And there's great breakfast places in the city as well, which Dave knows about because he and his wife live in the city. But
Okay.
I wanted to do old school, and I wanted to have IHOP because I do love IHOP.
Yes,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I haven't been there. I feel like I haven't been there since I was a teenager, but I could be wrong. You know which one I used to love is Baker Square.
Yeah.
That's not really a breakfast
It's not.
place,
It's a pie
but
place.
it's a diner, kind of. It gives the same vibes to me.
Honestly, I love Baker Square too. I like the fact that it was just a pie place. I mean, you could get dinner there. You could basically get any meal there, but you could always get pie there. And I love pie places. I think there should be more pie places. I mean, that's why I started watching Pushing Daisies, was because it had a pie shop in it. You know, I mean, of course, I loved the concept of the show Pushing Daisies. We won't get into like the whole minutia of it, but check it out. I mean, I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. I love that show.
Yeah.
It got canceled, I believe.
After the first season?
It shouldn't. No, I think after the second season. But
okay.
It shouldn't have. It was a great show.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
Great cast.
Fun fact about Baker Square, I remember they had like a design your own pie contest. Like, what would your pie be?
I don't remember that.
And I thought mine was going to win. I'm like, I'm going to be famous for this pie.
I don't remember what
I think it was like a mint pie. I think it was like already invented. I think it was like grasshopper
was
pie.
like grasshopper.
But I didn't know what grasshopper pie was. But I'm
At
like,
the
oh, it's going to
time.
be mint and chocolate and whipped cream and all that. And like, I'm like,
yeah.
first
And
of
you
all,
were
it's
talking
not
about putting like an Annie's Mint on top, right?
something like
Yeah,
that.
I think that is grasshopper pie.
Yes.
But that sounds
Just good.
delicious.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
I don't even know what pie I would make if I had a chance to create a pie.
Yeah.
But pumpkin tiramisu pie sounds good to me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You just invented a new thing.
I don't think it's a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but that sounds
I've never
good
heard
to
of
me.
it before.
Yeah. And my sucked is that I have been sick for like a week. I know I don't sound very sick, but you know, I thought I was getting well on Friday. I was telling you.
Yeah.
And Saturday I felt, okay. I thought I was getting over my cold. And then Sunday morning creeped around and I started getting a sore throat. And now I have this like itchy, dry cough and drainage that like just like catches in my throat. I
Yeah.
hate it. It's scratchy. I hate it.
Colds are the worst, and they last so long.
Yeah,
You know, like the
exactly.
flu, you throw up for like a day and a half, and you're fine. You're fine. You know, you can see the ending coming. The cold,
Gosh,
like
not
it's
that I
like
want the flu because I hate throwing up.
I hate throwing up too, but if you get it over with, I'm kind of cool with it. You know.
Well, the worst
Um.
though is if you have like that feeling and that urge to throw up, but you can't.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I
gross.
hate
That's
that.
an icky
Or like
feeling.
the other thing too, like if you have the flu or food poisoning and you have to get it out the other way, not throwing up, but you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. Like even
Yes.
throwing up and the other thing is bad too. I will grant you. But not having the relief after
Of
those deeds are
getting
done of
gross
getting
stuff out of
those
your
things out of your
body.
body, expelling them from you is almost worse, I think.
Yeah. Are we not allowed to say the D word?
I don't
I just don't
know.
want to say it.
I don't know if I want to just maybe I just don't feel like talking about diarrhea tonight.
You
I said it.
said it. Um, your sucked and my sucked are the same because I was sick too, but
Yeah.
my sick was very strange. So
It was.
I got chills and I don't have a fever, but my temperature was elevated. But like I also had an onset of depression, which I kind of still have, which is so weird because I don't have that bad of cold symptoms, right? Like I have a bit of a cough, but like I don't have an appetite. I'm disinterested in everything. I don't have anything to look forward to. I'm
Not
congested
even our
and I have a lack of
podcast?
interest. Well, yeah, I mean, I've just had this looming feeling ever since I got sick. I got really bad chills a few nights ago, and like I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. And I gradually have gotten better, but like I just have that lethargic, like I'm not interested in anything.
I wonder if it has something to do with your gut being imbalanced because they say that your gut
Maybe,
can have a lot to do with your mood too.
possibly, possibly.
Maybe you need more fiber.
Mm. I always need more fiber
Fiber
and more
makes your gut
meat. Yeah,
happy.
makes it
It makes your gut
happy.
happy.
So that's why I sucked, but I'll get over it. You know, we're always sick and sleepy over here, but I my psyched is probably that. Um, I don't think I have one. I don't think I'm psyched about anything. That's the thing. That's what it comes along with. I don't have anything to look forward to. I have no psyched. Okay, I will get my psyched back. I
I
promise.
really hope so.
I'm trying. I'm trying. My lethargic lack of interest in life. I don't know what it is. Like I told Alex, like I have no
So you're
interest in
saying you
anything.
have ennui.
I must have ennui. Yes. I have to get through my ennui though. I'm trying.
The sun will
But
come out again.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Although it has been very dreary also this weekend. Maybe that's
Yes.
part of it.
It could be. The weather might have some change of
Yeah.
seasons, change of weather kind of thing.
And it
Um,
has been colder too.
let us know if you guys ever felt that way. Like you got sick and then all of a sudden you were like, don't want to do it. I mean, obviously when you're sick and you don't feel good, you don't want to do stuff.
Yeah.
But like I'm not looking forward to like anything. I just think everything is hopeless.
That's
I don't
terrible.
know. I know. I don't think that. But I feel I have like a sense of it, you know? I'll get over it.
Yeesh.
Anyway, um
I'm so sorry.
no, I don't know what it is, but anyway, we've got a thing tonight, not to be so depressing. But um we have a little story for you and a few other little stories, but the first one is from a relative that we have.
Uncle Pete.
His
He's
name-
always got the stories.
Yes, he's got a story about Bigfoot. He's a hunter, and he'll tell you that he was hunting up in Washington State before, and he saw Bigfoot.
I think in several instances.
He said that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But he always claimed, ever since he known him, so our Aunt Linda is our dad's sister, and she had a son who was a little older than us, but
Our
cousin Dan
Danny.
and Danny, and she married Pete when I think I was a freshman in high school.
Yes.
When she married our Uncle Pete, and he'd been married before.
And she'd been married before.
Right. Our Aunt Linda had been married before. But so this account was when he lived with his ex-wife. It was, I think they were on the cusp of divorce, because he has Danny in the story as well. He lived in a house in Arlington Heights with his ex-wife. So he started off by telling me, we have a couple voice notes from him too, like a couple recordings from my phone conversation with him, and you'll see his Chicago accent coming through, his Italian Chicago accent there. But basically, the first thing he remembered was his ex-wife. A couple times when she was sleeping, she'd like toss in the middle of the night, and she would see a man in black, which everyone, I feel like that's a common theme.
Yes.
And like ghost stories, like seeing a man in black.
Also, sleep paralysis.
Okay.
Figures in black happen.
Okay. That's
during
common.
Sleep paralysis. So she could have had sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was just never realized.
Right. That's a good observation. But it happened for a handful of nights. But he did say that he had some people over. I think it was like his mom and sister and everything, and they were sitting at the kitchen table, and that you could see the backyard from the kitchen table from where they were sitting. Mm-hmm. And he was talking to them, and all of a sudden they're like, there's a guy dressed in all black. He just walked through your yard. And Pete, he said, what? He ran out there, and there was nobody there.
Right.
So his sister saw it as well. And that was like kind of in the same time frame as his wife seeing him.
Okay.
He said he was in the driveway one night. I think it was either with Linda or with his wife. I'm not sure.
His ex-wife.
Linda
is his current
wife, right? And the garage just went up on its own one time. Yeah.
Oh my.
And so they got in contact. His ex-wife knew a lady who was in touch with this medium that did a lot of work in Europe. And he lived in Texas, but he went overseas. He saw castles, and he said ghosts travel through electrical wires and stuff. Which, I guess spirits are energy, so they can cling on to energy.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Oh, he was going to work one time. He got dressed. He grabbed his keys, and his key was bent. Yeah, just bent in half.
So strange.
Yeah.
Whatever for. The ghosts didn't want him to leave. They liked Pete.
Yeah. No, they didn't want him to leave. They named him Harry. That's what I put here.
Oh, the guy in black?
Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah, and there's a couple voice notes from him. We talked on the phone. He kept calling me back.
He kept probably remembering.
And because he remembered stuff that he forgot to tell me. So, do you want to play them, or do you want? I can't remember them.
I can play them. Sure.
Yeah. So these are just accounts from Pete. He gave me a call just to share the stories with me.
Let me have my sound up here. Okay.
Just make sure that we got everything, in our closet or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I called Danny. I said, Danny, you want to take a ride with me to the house and check out the house and make sure that we got everything. He said, yeah, okay. He says, come and get me. So I picked up Danny and we drove to the house. And when I opened up the main entrance door, I heard somebody running up the stairs. And Danny says, "Did you hear that?" He says, "Somebody was running up the stairs." I said, "Yeah, I heard it."
So he
I
heard
said,
it
well,
too.
let's check it out. And he was kind of leery about going in the house. I said, "Come on, Nish, just follow behind me. We'll walk upstairs and see if there's anybody in the house."
Mm-hmm.
So we did that. We went through all the 3 bedrooms, the closets, and all that. There was nobody there. And but it was as plain as day. Somebody running up the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, if you both heard it,
Yeah,
obviously
we
he
both
heard it. It wasn't just one of you that heard it. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if anything else comes to mind, I'll call you.
Yeah, nothing else that
And he
you
did.
like heard though.
And
You
he
never heard
did.
footsteps any other time. You think? You don't think?
No, I never did. But this woman
Okay.
that came over to check out the house,
Yeah.
she told me, and I've heard this before from a lot of other people, that if there's a cold spot in the corner of the house, that means that there's a spirit there. Okay?
Okay.
And I felt that several times in that house where I was walking from the dining room to the kitchen or whatever, and I'd feel a real cold spot. And that meant that there was a spirit there. And she said, this spirit is not, it's an evil spirit. It's not a friendly spirit.
How
that
did
you
she?
have in this house.
Okay. Why did she say that?
By the events that happened. And this guy tried to drag her out of bed and all that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's an evil spirit.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. How scary that is.
Yeah, that is pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just let me know. I've made a note of everything. So
Okay.
call me back if you remember anything else. But
Yeah, I will.
If not, have
All
a
right.
good rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
What I think about that is like the person going up the stairs. If like they both heard it,
Mm-hmm.
the same with like the guy seeing the guy. Like if multiple people have seen the guy in black, his sister saw it and his wife. I forgot to make a note, but I think he did say that his wife was dragged from the bed.
Wow.
So that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that is creepy. And
So.
I do remember him telling us these stories when we were younger too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a couple of others that he didn't share. But I can also play the other two if you'd like.
Sure.
Because he did call back a couple of times.
Yes. I enjoyed it.
So okay, this is the next one.
Did something. I don't remember what it was. But I walked by one of the bedrooms, and I hear like 2 kids. They were like really young kids. They were talking and they were giggling, And I'm going, what the hell is that? What's going on in this bedroom? And I was afraid to open up the door. I was just like kind of, shaky. So I figured, you know what? You got to open up the door. So I open up the door and I slam it open. And there's nobody in there.
Okay, but
Trying to take him by surprise. Yeah.
And I heard him talking and giggling.
okay, whose room was it?
Pardon me?
Whose room was it?
It was, let's see, who slept in that bedroom?
It's just like a spare
I think
room?
Natalie slept in that bedroom.
Okay, but she wasn't
I had
there.
3
His daughter?
bedrooms.
Yes.
No.
Okay. But that was her room at the time, but she wasn't there.
Right.
Okay. How old was she at the time?
I would say she was probably maybe 13 years old, something like that.
Okay. But she was not there, and it sounded like children.
Younger children.
Yeah.
She was 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm making a note of all this.
Okay.
And you were the only one home at the time? Do you remember?
No, it was just me.
It was just you home at the time, and you heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is very scary though. If you're home alone, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I would be scared.
Right.
Yeah.
When my ex-wife came home from work, I told her about it. She
Okay.
goes, "Man, that's really weird. Two little kids you had heard talking and giggling." I said, "Yeah." And so it was plain as day.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I got it down.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Pete.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, if I heard that, I would probably run out of the house. I don't know if I would even open the door. Like, if a kid's not supposed to be home, I mean, like, I have Ruby, and she's 7, but she's not going to be giggling by herself.
Oh, you never know. Sometimes
Right.
Zoe giggles by herself, but she makes herself
Yeah.
laugh. Also,
Okay.
Zoe is 2. So
Right,
I think it's a little bit different. There's a lot more like imaginary play,
Yeah.
you know, when they're 2.
Yeah, true.
So,
but I mean, Ruby like sometimes sings to herself.
that's sweet.
Yeah, but if I heard 2 kids giggling like that, I would leave the house, I think. I don't know. Wouldn't you like if tonight after I left?
Let's not talk about
Okay.
things about after you leave, because I will be essentially alone. Although I do have dogs with me.
Yes, you have
And
dogs.
I have a sleeping toddler.
I have cats, which are useless in that kind of
But
situation.
I mean, I don't want to talk about things happening.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I won't bring it up anymore.
I mean, you already know
I've
that
been alone
I'm in
the house
I'm in a
at night,
house
and
of
I know what it's
tarantulas.
like.
So
True.
I mean,
True.
I have a lot going on.
Yeah, you do. It's better we don't think about it.
It's okay though. I take my little mini tarantulas over anything like that.
Yeah.
So
right.
Do you want me to play the last one?
Sure. The last one is, I think, about its dogs.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Okay. This involves my dogs. I had 2 hunting dogs, okay?
Right.
And one dog was going on almost a year old, and she was kind of mischievous. You know, she'd be running around the house, she'd grab shoes when we weren't home and chew them and all that. You know,
Yeah.
like a normal
Puppy
dog would do when they're young.
Yeah.
So anyhow, so I said, you know what? I says, I'm going to go buy a cage. I bought this big cage, put it upstairs where the 2 dogs would go all the time and lay down.
Okay.
And so I went to the store and I bought a roll of wire, right? Okay. So what I did is I cut a strand off, and I kept on twisting it so she couldn't get out of the cage. So when we got home, the wire was untwisted, and she was out of the cage roaming around with the other dog. I go, what the hell? How did this get untwisted? You know.
Uh-huh.
So then the second time I did that, I put a lock on there. I went and bought a lock, closed it, right?
Yeah.
It was impossible for her to get out of the cage. Impossible.
Okay.
We come home, the lock is unlocked and laying on the floor.
Wow.
That is
And
Yeah.
the kids didn't mess with it, you don't think, or?
No, at the time I think, no, they didn't mess with it. No.
Okay. How long did you live in that house? You said 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
2 years. Okay. And so the kids were like kind of teenagers at the time.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Right. I think I made a note of that
Because
one.
there's no way they can open it up with a key. It wasn't a key lock.
Right, if he has a key.
It was one of those locks that you press down, you know? And
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So there was like a trick to it. They wouldn't know.
Yeah, it was like a combination lock.
Oh,
you know?
okay. The
And only
combination.
I knew the combination.
Okay. Oh, that is very strange.
Yeah.
And the dog couldn't break that at all.
There's no way you can unlock that lock.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Okay. And you had those 2 dogs. The dogs never sensed anything? The dogs never barked?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
While we were there, they'd always be like kind of nervous, you know?
Okay.
And they say that dogs could sense a spirit That's what I was told.
That's what I've heard. I've heard of dogs like growling at like different parts, you know, of a house if they sense something.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I really appreciate you letting me know all this. Altogether, it does sound very interesting, very spooky.
Yes, it was
So
very spooky.
yeah, I could see why you only lived there for 2 years.
Right. I wanted to get the heck out of there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have a good day, Pete.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
I really like talking to him.
I'm really glad we
nice.
have these stories and
Yes. Yes.
It's great.
I know.
I wish we had more of that from more relatives.
Yes.
You know?
I know. There's a lot of background noise though.
Yeah.
His TV was up really loud. I think he was just like in his recliner.
People love having their TV on.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Adam love having our TV on too.
Yeah. I know. But very spooky events that happened in his house.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Weren't we at that house one time?
I think we did go to that house once. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
the dog
actually
thing
a really cool looking house. The master bedroom had like a terrace that overlooked
you remember that?
The living room. Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
It was a really nice house.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was in Palatine, right?
He said Arlington Heights.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, right by Palatine.
Right by Palatine, so close. But he said that, or I do remember that you could see the downstairs from the upstairs, like there was a hole. Like,
yeah, the master bedroom had like a terrace.
Yeah, it was
and
cool.
like
it was
French
a cool
doors. It was a nice place.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a spooky place.
Yes. He said there was an old lady there that lived before him, and she had rheumatoid arthritis, but I don't know what that. I don't know if she died in the house. I don't think she did. Didn't sound like it. But he said after he was in that house, he got rheumatoid arthritis too. But who knows? You add all these things together, though. Like if it's one thing, it's kind of like, well, you can kind of pass. But you add them all together, and it does make for, a haunted house, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm very glad that I haven't had these instances. I don't want to either.
No, I don't want to experience anything.
I'm good. I'm okay with
I'm good with
the non-haunting mundane.
Yes.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
I would prefer not to be haunted ever. I don't need to be.
No.
But yeah. I mean, unless it makes me some money. I don't know.
Not even then. I don't want to
make
money that way.
You know what? Nah.
Not worth it.
But I sent you some stories too. That's right. Did you want me to read them, or do you want to? What's up to you?
We could take turns.
Okay. Sorry about my cough.
No, it's okay. I would be coughing too, but I'm just clearing my throat a lot, which, pardon me, I'm sorry.
And these are all from Buzzfeed, so different people wrote in and shared their accounts of kind of supernatural experiences they've had.
There's no name with this Buzzfeed story.
I think it's on the end. It's at the next. One more. Yeah.
Oh, it's by Bearded Sawyer.
Yeah,
Bearded Sawyer.
Yeah, Bearded.
Okay. In 1989, I was driving on a familiar rural highway in broad daylight. I was rounding an easy bend and shocked to see a small town on the right side of the road. There's a sign, St. Vincent. A few of the things immediately noticeable were a shop called Webster Welding, an old-fashioned horse-drawn water pump for firefighting, several large poplars with dead tops, and black and white painted rocks along the street that faced the highway. Mm-hmm. I kept watching in the rearview mirror, and it stayed visible. And it, meaning the town, stayed visible. I drive a few miles, and there's a gentleman waving at me from beside his car. He's obviously broken down, and I pulled over. A quick chat, and I learn he's blown a tire and wrecked his rim. He asks if I'll drive him back to the town. No problem. He gets in, and off we go. The town is not there. It's a dusty Alberta crossroad, sorry.
Mm.
This fellow and I just sat in my car in silence. I raised an arm, and my hair was standing on end. His too. He said, all the trees were dead. Are we dead?
Crazy. Is there one more?
Eventually, I drove him to a nearby town. He simply got out of the truck and walked away. I remember like it was yesterday. I could tell you what that town looked like in perfect detail.
Wow.
That's
I don't remember.
very weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that he remembers the store, Webster Welding. I don't know if I'd
Webster
remember something
Welding.
like that, but maybe it like stood out somehow. But crazy, right?
That is very crazy.
To see something like
To
that.
just drive past a whole ass town.
Yeah.
And then have it not be there. And then also the guy who wanted to be driven back to the town.
Yes.
And then he was like, all the trees are dead. Are we dead?
That's a weird thing to say.
That's a weird thing to say. And then also, when the man got out of the car, he just walked away. Like,
yeah.
That's weird too.
Yes.
It's all weird.
Why? Yeah. That, I mean, and also, like, I don't know. It was 89, so you didn't really have cell phones.
1989. Yeah.
You had to help somebody. If they were stuck, you kind of had to.
I mean, you don't
right?
have
I mean,
to.
you don't have to, but
I mean, it's a nice thing to do. And Bearded Sawyer sounds like it might have been a dude. So it's a little bit safer to pull over and help another dude if you're a dude. Not always, but
yeah.
Safer than if you were a gal,
Yeah.
I'd say. You know?
Not if the guy's John Wayne Gacy.
You know what's funny is that you bring up John Wayne Gacy, and I brought up John Wayne Gacy today because
he's all over the place.
Because
he sucks, but he's all over.
Definitely
he sucks so much.
I mean, he's infamous.
Yeah.
Especially in the Chicagoland area because he's from here.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Halloween stuff because we had Baby Shark on.
Yes.
And it was a Halloween episode, and Baby Shark was making popcorn balls, and I was like, I never really liked popcorn balls. And also our parents told us never to eat them because we weren't supposed to eat anything that was homemade.
Yeah.
You know, because you never know.
Yeah.
And my husband, he was like, oh, well, we used to get popcorn balls from, my grandma's old neighborhood when we were trick-or-treat there. And he's like, but we knew all of her neighbors, so it was okay. And I was like, yeah, well, a lot of people knew John Wayne Gacy and thought he was okay too. So
that's true. Like, he was liked by a lot of people.
I actually referenced him today, which is funny that you referenced him too. But again, he's a infamous Chicago serial killer. So, but yeah, a lot of people knew him and liked him. That's a serial killer thing sometimes. Like, sometimes they're creepy and nobody likes them. But a lot of times, like,
you're like,
I mean, The Devil in the White City, he was a very popular man.
H.H. Holmes.
Yeah. And actually, I never got through that book because it was so depressing how charming he would be. And he would just do such depraved
horrific
things.
Yeah.
Just terrible, terrible atrocities.
And I think this was disproven, but there was a theory out there that H.H. Holmes was Jack the Ripper.
There was a theory,
it's
yes,
around
because
the same time.
He was supposedly to have been in Europe in that area around that time.
Right. But I think it was disproven because of, like, they found...
He's got quite the body count without even being Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
But if you add being Jack the Ripper to it, oh my God, that is...
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Crazy amounts of blood on his hands.
But anyway, even a guy helping another guy.
Yeah.
We know now that that's probably not safe. Yeah.
Stay safe out there, guys. Be cautious.
We're glad you're okay, Bearded Sawyer. We're
yes,
glad.
Bearded Sawyer, we're glad you lived to tell the tale.
Yes.
Do you want me to read another one and then you can read one?
Sure.
Okay. Or do you want to read one?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This is by Gorgonzola versus Kong. Okay. We were playing a team tag at night back in middle school. A friend and I were hiding near a bush around a tree. Suddenly, something in the bush moved. We all assumed it was an animal. We threw a stick into the bush, and it came flying back out. A dark figure, 4 feet tall, ran across the field into the woods. We freaked out and ran back to our house about half a mile away. Well, this just kind of makes me think that they hit a hobbit. You know?
Yeah, I thought like maybe it was another kid.
Yeah,
or
or
like
like
another
maybe
kid all in
it was,
black or something.
I mean, it was a 4 foot tall kid, so maybe it was just another like little kid, or what? Maybe it was one of
Aw.
its like their siblings, and they just followed him, and like they thought they'd get caught,
Somebody's
so they
siblings.
just ran away.
It doesn't say like how many kids are actually playing.
Right.
So there could have been 10 kids, there could have been 3, you know, so
Yeah.
could have been one of the kids. You know, if it wasn't one of the kids, then yes, very creepy.
I mean,
4 foot tall,
is not
like walking on
super
hind
creepy.
legs. I mean, your first thought would be
I'm
thought
sorry.
would be person.
You're assuming that it's an animal, though. Like you're saying, walking on hind legs, like it's an animal. Do we walk on hind legs? No, because they're not our hind legs. They're just our legs. When it's an animal, it's hind legs because they have front legs and hind legs.
Right, but they thought it was an animal.
Well, yes, but you would think it was an animal because it's in a bush. But when the stick came back out at them, like it was thrown out, that's when they thought that, and then it was a figure, 4 foot tall figure running.
It had to have been another kid.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But I mean,
Dare to Dream, I think it's a hobbit. You know, but it probably is just. I bet you anything it was one of their younger siblings
but
who wanted to tag along.
Wouldn't they know that though?
Not if that younger sibling thought they'd get in trouble.
But like, wouldn't they like recognize or like? I mean, I get that it's dark, but wouldn't they like recognize them or be like, "Oh, that's Jeremy's sweater," or those are Jordan's shorts, or like wouldn't they like
A lot of
they
J
know
names.
I know they know how their brother or whatever little sibling walks or whatever. I don't know. If they thought it was a human, I would think they would say.
I guess
but I don't know.
It was a hobbit.
So not that creepy if it's a hobbit, because hobbits are supposed to be nice.
See, and this is how I diffuse like being scared too. I just
talk about hobbits.
Just make everything hobbit related.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Why not?
Do
you want to read the last one? That'd be fine with me if you want to.
Man, you're really working me hard here.
How about just one more? I think I sent you more than I thought.
Yeah, you sent me quite a few stories.
Sorry about that. Some of them are multiple pages. That one was like a paragraph, but whichever one you want.
This one
ends there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a weird cut.
Okay,
We're just deciding which one to read here.
I'm just going to read this last one.
Okay.
I moved to a different city for university at the peak of the pandemic. Ooh, so it was semi-recent. Mm-hmm. And the way that they say university makes me think it was abroad.
Not the university. They say
no, it just says
university.
City. I moved to a different city for university.
Okay.
At the peak of the pandemic, I lived off campus in a suite with a couple of my friends from my hometown. Life happened, and they both ended up moving out by the end of the first semester. So I was living alone in a very quiet neighborhood. I go off of work late one night and crawled into bed around 12 a.m. I woke up about an hour later to the sound of footsteps shuffling around my bedroom. Ooh, I no likey.
Crazy. Yeah.
I opened my eyes to see a very tall man in my doorway, backlit by the streetlights.
Yeah.
With a cell phone upright in his hands as if he was recording. Creepy.
Yes.
Ah. When the person registered that I was awake, they backed their way out of the room and started running. I followed them outside and watched them hop into the driver's seat of an empty car that had been left running before speeding down the street. I had no information to give the police when they arrived. To this day, I have no idea who that person could have been or what they were doing in my bedroom at 1 a.m. And this was by Sekwekwi. It's Sekwekwi.
Okay.
Okay, so not a ghost
Not
story.
really supernatural,
but very creepy. And
lock
also,
your doors,
like,
folks.
yeah, lock your doors.
Lock your doors.
Folks.
Lock your windows.
And what kind of creep just goes into someone's house and films them sleeping? Ugh.
Yeah. Is that a kink? Watching people sleep?
I don't know, but this person also left their car running too. So this is a very odd person.
Yeah.
Very odd person
Crazy.
indeed.
Maybe I didn't maybe I just skimmed it. Maybe it sounded more like a ghost story, but it was an actual person. Crazy.
Terrible.
Yeah. So, but we're already kind of maxed out on time, I think. But, so tell us, like, if you guys have any ghost stories, let us know in the comments, or you could go to our Instagram page and share it with us at Relatably Random Pod.
We'd love it.
Please subscribe, like. The more subscribers we get, the more we keep going with this. So if you liked it, subscribe.
Yeah.
And
thank you for coming, as always.
Have a very happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes.
I hope you all are enjoying spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
And stay safe out there, guys.
Yes, stay safe.
Be on your guard.
Don't pick up people in the car.
And lock your doors.
Unlock your doors.
Car doors, house doors, all of it. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.